Hello and welcome to another episode of Cancer Education and Research Institute. In this episode, we will be talking about testicular cancer. We will be covering certain topics about testicular cancer. What is testicular cancer? We're going to start with that. The general facts about testicular cancer. What are the types of testicular cancer? We will be talking about the most common ones and rare ones. What are the causes of testicular cancer? And what are the symptoms of testicular cancer? If you're interested in learning more about the treatments for testicular cancer, let me know. Comment down below in the comment box and we will take that into consideration. And we also will take into consideration what exactly you would want us to cover, okay? So comment down below. Before we get started, I want you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon. That way you will be informed when we publish our next video. We have so many videos coming up, so definitely hit the bell icon so you won't miss any of our new videos coming up. And make sure you watch until the end of the video, because at the end of the video I'm going to ask you a question and we'll see you at the end of the video. So without further ado, let's get started. So now let's talk about what testicular cancer is. It is actually a relatively uncommon cancer type of the testicle, and it occurs most often in men between ages of 20 and 35. And this cancer type develops either directly on the testicles or inside the testicle. So this is a testicle, and the tumor can develop either inside or on the surface. If the examination and imaging techniques suggest that a solid mass is in the testicle, then the doctor suggests the entire removal of this testicle, because with a biopsy without a testicle removal, it can spread the cancer and complicate the treatment further. And the other important thing is that men should examine their own testicles regularly. It is similar with breast cancer, so that women regularly self-examine their breasts for potential breast cancer early detection. And exactly the same thing is for men. They should regularly examine their own testicles. Now let's talk about the facts for testicular cancer. As I mentioned in the previous section, this cancer type is a rare cancer type. To get a better understanding of how rare it is, here are the numbers. So it affects 2 or 3 men in 100,000 men annually. So it's a rare cancer type. And as I mentioned to you in the previous section, this cancer type often affects young men ages between 20 and 35. So young and middle-aged men are mostly affected by testicular cancer. It can also occur in older men and in rare cases in younger boys. White men are more likely to develop testicular cancer than African American and Asian American men. And as you know, in our organization, we also fight against misinformation about cancer and scientific misinformation. And here's one of those. So oftentimes people think that vasectomy is linked to testicular cancer. There's absolutely no link between vasectomy, which is also called the SNP, and testicular cancer. However, cryptorchidism is actually a risk factor of testicular cancer. So what is cryptorchidism? It is a fail of either one or both testes to descend from the abdomen into the scrotum. So now let's talk about the types of testicular cancer. What are the types of testicular cancer? Seminomas and non-seminomas are the most common types of testicular cancer. These cancer types, meaning seminomas and non-seminomas of testicular cancer, develop from germ cells. These cells are the cells that make the sperm. And beside of these seminomas and non-seminomas, which are the most common types of testicular cancer, there's also a less common type of testicular cancer, and these are stromal tumor. These tumors, which makes up less than 5% of testicular cancers, are cancer derived from the supportive tissue. These tumors usually occur in childhood. So we just learned that the seminomas and non-seminomas are the most common types of testicular cancer. So let's compare the two. What were again seminomas and non-seminomas? So these cancer types are the most common types of testicular cancer, and they derive from germ cells that makes the sperm. So seminomas are slowly growing, whereas non-seminomas are fast growing. Then seminomas are very sensitive for radiation therapy, whereas non-seminomas are not sensitive to radiation therapy. That's actually one of the most important differences between these two in terms of the treatment. Non-seminomas are tougher to treat because they are not sensitive to radiation therapy, and also they are fast growing. And seminomas are usually associated with better outcome, whereas the most common type of testicular cancer of non-seminomas are not associated with a better outcome. Why? Because as we just said, it is not sensitive to radiation therapy like seminomas, which makes the therapy even harder. Seminomas can also found in men in either their 40s and 50s, and it can also spread to the lymph nodes. Non-seminomas can be made up of more than one cell type, meaning they are mixed tumors. This also complicates the treatment of non-seminomas, in addition to being not sensitive to radiation therapy and fast growing. So overall, seminomas are generally easier to treat than non-seminomas because of the factors that we just mentioned. So let's talk about what the causes for testicular cancer are. There are several causes for testicular cancer, one of which is abnormal testicle development, which can be a cause of testicular cancer. Then, as I mentioned before, the cryptorchidism, which is the either one or both testes to fail to descend from abdomen to the scrotum. That's definitely a factor for testicular cancer. Abnormal urogenital organ development. There are several urogenital organ developments, one of which is the hypospadias, which means that the opening of the penis is on the underside of the penis rather than the tip of the penis. Then the family history of testicular cancer. That is also a factor. Like many other cancer types, the family history is an important factor of testicular cancer. Abnormal cells in the testicles, which is also called carcinoma in situ. Then the ethnic background, as we just also mentioned in the first section for testicular cancer facts, then fertility problems, and Klinefelter syndrome. What is Klinefelter syndrome? It is a genetic disease in which the man, represented by the chromosomes of X and Y, has an additional a third chromosome, a female chromosome, an X chromosome, which makes a XXY, meaning it is more leaning towards a feminine phenotype, which means that this man would have enlarged breasts and less body hair. Then Down syndrome is also a factor for testicular cancer. HIV infection, also AIDS, is a testicular cancer cause. Environmental factors, exposure to certain chemicals like many cancer types, like for example certain blood cancers, lung cancer, and certain other cancer types causes are also environmental factors. There are so many cancer types are affected by it. That's why we have to pay attention of our environment. And definitely tobacco use, and as you know, tobacco use is a cause of many cancer types as well. So how can you identify that you have testicular cancer? So what are the symptoms of testicular cancer? First of all, as we mentioned, you have to do your self-examination. For a self-examination, you must look for lumps and swellings or enlargements, either one or both testes. Then you have to see if you have a pain or heaviness in the scrotum. The scrotum is the skin containing the testicles. So check for any pain or heaviness in the scrotum. If you have ache or pressure in the groin, abdomen, or lower back, also please make sure you look for these symptoms. Then overall, if you feel general discomfort, if you have unexplained fatigue, fever, sweating, coughing, shortness of breath, and mild chest pain, so these are general cancer symptoms. And if you have headache and confusion. So I hope this was helpful to you. Thanks for watching. And my question to you is, how often do we need to do a self-examination for testicular cancer? If you know the answer, comment down below. I will meet you there. I would love to interact with you there. So write down your answer in the comment box below. Before you go, I would like you to do 3 things. 1, subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon. Number 2, share this video with your friends and family. You know that you can actually save lives by sharing this video. You know you can. So please share this video. Number 3, hop over to our website. There we have a gift for you ready, waiting for you. You can select any of our articles. You can read it for free. Select whichever you like. And this is a gift from us to you. So hop over now to our website. Before you go, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you in the next episode. Take care.